Okay, so I'm just doing a Google search on this picture because I went into Gosh because I was asking about why does it have so many, how many stars does it have? It told me that it has 83 stars on this flag, right? But they told me this picture was photoshopped, that it was not the original picture. And I tried to get it to give me any a picture of a link of the picture, the original one that was photoshopped. It didn't, so I decided to Google it. So this is the picture that I was talking to. This is the X's are AI, okay? But I'm finding that all of them want to deny this. So let's look and see. Okay, so here, let's see. It's the same picture. It's got the 83 stars on it. And these are where you can find the same picture. Again, this is, here we go. It's got the same picture, so this is a different place. It's just something for you to take a look at. In the background, Ben Johnson on X, he had that with the same picture. Who else has got it today? They cut it off. Notice how they cut it off, but it does go into, you can see that they were cutting off the top row of this, but when they do the, look at this, can you see these? Guys, there's too many to say that this is photoshopped. It's not photoshopped. It's showing me multiple different, let's see, I'm gonna just go back here, make sure that, okay. So this is YouTube. You can go back into YouTube, Fox News. And nobody was talking about this. Why were there so many stars on the back of it? But look at all these different places that at New York Times, the New York Times. Okay, so it's not just, this is not Photoshopped. And either that or they're all going into the Photoshop and using the Photoshop. This isn't Photoshopped. Why is there so many stars on it? Well, it might have something to do with this. Let me show you this. Again, we know that, because I'm talking about Australia right now and Canada, there's more than just Greenland and Panama Canal that's going on here, where they talk about the delivery date for this one was December 29th. Look at that, it's already passed. Okay, but look at this map, okay? Now, the new colonies. I would live in Jefferson. And I have tried to get them to scan. I haven't counted. This is too hard for my brain to count that many stars. My brain just keeps saying, I need a ruler and I don't have one. So if you want to count all the stars on the bottom of that, that's on there to see how many that they're showing. But like I said, I'm looking into Australia. It looks like it's really evident that Australia was purchased back in 2020. I think Canada was too, and I think all of this has actually happened, and that's why we're seeing the craziness right now. Now, this may not be an official map. This is just, could be somebody's imagination. Like, who knows? This is all for entertainment purposes. But there is, yeah, look at this. Wishing all Americans happy, safe. So to me, if this is true, that all these countries went bankrupt, as I'm showing you, and I'm going to show you more and more stuff that's showing, we know this. We know all of these countries have been bankrupt. The United States has been bankrupt. Could it be that they've all been acquired by the United States? And that's what I'm finding out. So when they're wishing and saying that once he gets inaugurated, things are going to happen immediately and we will not have the same world as we had before, this is what they're trying to stop. This is why I believe Trudeau is walking around like a man who is enjoying his last steak and lobster dinner. and he's going to relish every bite because he knows the end is coming for him. That's the way I see him. He is living in that sense of, I'm going to live every moment because you guys have no clue what's really about to happen, whether this is good or bad. Let me show you. Again, this is the picture. And you can go and take a look at this guy here. He's got some pretty interesting stuff about the different bills that and statutes and laws and stuff that Trump actually put in and how he erased some of them. Yeah, that made all of this possible. This time, they elected somebody that knew business. I'm just saying, new business, new stock, and realized the first 4 years how the government was set up. That's what he did. He went through the old laws and went through the Constitution and had all of his lawyers to do this. I'm just saying. There you go. There's so much to talk to you guys about this. There's so much. Again, remember, this is that NASA or NYSE that Trump, during his time, seized. And this had all these other things attached to it. So that's what the war is all about. It's so much bigger than any of us had a clue. Listen to this. This is wild.
What is the value to the United States of Australia's location? Well, the Pacific is really big, and we are a Pacific nation. We have a long border on the.
Anyways, she declared that it was United States of Australia but let's just go to the next one. An American corporation registered in Washington, D.C. on July 1st, 1867 as a judicial state of D.C. And you need to read these older ones to understand what is happening. And this is also one of the crazy parts of that I started to look into, and that's how I started to go to the other places, was looking at NATO, because Trump is telling us all the time that he wants to pull out of NATO, and because he's giving so much more. And I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at what everybody, and I'm trying to find Canada. Oh, here's Canada. 27 billion Canada puts in defense. I think this was supposed to be for 2021. It's been we've actually got 2024s, and it's a little bit more. 2024 puts United States at over $900 billion. Almost $1 trillion that United States is putting in. And the defense hasn't actually gone up, the estimate of, because the other countries, I think it's a little bit more, it's about 1.5 or something like that, 1.5 trillion. So in other words, Trump is 2/3 of NATO, or United States is. And Trump is saying that he's getting out of these wars. It's going to happen the first day. Think about all of this. If he pulls out, it's like the house of cards. All of these are going to come tumbling down because they can't hold up all of the crazy stuff that they've been doing. And a lot of these countries have been acquisized. I know I'm saying that wrong, by United States. And it comes in effect the day that he is inaugurated. It's an interesting thing to think about this. So Canada now is sitting beside the United States, and we are putting in 7 billion. Okay, that number I think is about that. It hasn't gone up. And this is what the United States is putting in. And people say that Canada has NATO to protect itself from United States taking over Canada. Okay, I just want those numbers to sink in for you to look at those numbers. They pull out that they are okay. Do I need to say any more? We haven't got a hope in hell, and we would give it up without a fight. President-elect Trump has indicated that he is possible withdrawing the United States from NATO. Okay. And this is was the NATO spending in 2023. Again, doesn't even have Canada. Oh, there's Canada, 28. So we did go up a little bit there. There you go. So anyways, there's way, way more to come.